Hey there, Taurus. Thank you for tuning in to my channel and welcome to your tarot card reading for August 2023. This reading taps into the fiery energy of Leo season. Once I lay out the cards, I'll identify their positions and go through the meanings and do some clarifications. Take with you whatever messages resonate and leave behind for others whatever does not. At the end of the reading, I will pull a couple of oracle cards to get some guidance for you. Okay. So here, we see what's being illuminated this month. You have the Seven of Swords. We take a look at the influences, the Queen of Swords. We see what to face head on. You've got this Judgment card. Here in the middle, we explore at what is at the heart of the situation. We have the High Priestess. Fifth, we identify values and perspectives to reflect on. We have the Chariot. And finally, we reveal the potential action to take or the outcome. We have the Nine of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, the influencing energy of the reading, we have the Moon. So this is a card of lack of clarity, emotions, illusions even. I will note that from July 22nd to September 3rd, Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and attraction, and your ruling planet, will be in retrograde in Leo. And with Leo being confident and charismatic, this can show up in your day-to-day as possibly questioning your yourself, your sense of security, your relationships, and rethinking what you've been going after and some of your goals. So here with the Moon, and starting out with Seven of Swords, which indicates kind of usually deception, things being hidden, things not really being revealed. And then you've got the Moon, which is also a sense of what's hidden. And then you've got the High Priestess, which is also deals with what's hidden. And then ending with the Nine of Swords, which is kind of like stress, anxiety, about something that you can't see or is outside of your control. It could be that this Venus in retrograde is affecting a sense of like balance and harmony. And I will also note this Queen of Swords here is kind of like the court card version of Libra, the sign of Libra. And Libra is also ruled by Venus. Positives of Libra with kind of diplomacy and grace and a sense of balance. Those things are going to maybe be slowed down or reflected on with this retrograde. So let's find out about the Seven of Swords, what's being illuminated this month. We have the Four of Wands. This is a card of like a happy home, celebrating a milestone. This could be like a new job, graduation, a wedding, moving in with someone. It's a sense of stability and freedom. So what's also interesting is that the Sun, as it transits in Leo, this impacts your fourth house of home and family, so your foundation. So there's something, maybe something with a roommate, something with your home, your landlord. Something is being illuminated as not really kind of showing up clearly here. So when we look at the influences, this Queen of Swords, this could be a person who is kind of makes decisions. It could be like a friend or a relative that is kind of maybe a little bit bossy, does things like kind of really just cut and dry, straight to the point. It also could be something in your past when there was something you were trying to take action on, being responsible about, something along those lines. So let's take a look at this Queen of Swords. We have the Four of Cups. So here it's kind of like not really being fulfilled. It could be possibly telling someone about, something, if they're not fulfilled about, you could be like, oh, here's your problem. And then it comes to bite you in the butt. Like, for example, if someone's like, oh, I need to, I need to gain weight for a wrestling competition, and they're just eating carrots and celery. You could say, well, obviously the reason why you're not, gaining weight is because you're not eating enough protein, you're not like bulking up, and this is what you need to do. And then ultimately, it backfires, or they're upset at you that you criticize them, something along those lines. Here we have the bottom of the deck, Death card, and King of Wands. So this is like an energy of like something is changing, and the best way to deal with the change is to move forward and make it happen. But here, the influences that kind of took place, it's kind of whatever was attempted wasn't really appreciated. That's the kind of sense that I'm getting from that. So let's take a look at what to face head on with this Judgment card. Is really, it's not about judging people. It's more about honestly reflecting on the situation, on what took place, owning up to what you did or didn't do, what you said or didn't say, and just said, yep, that's what happened. Own it and just let it go. Don't take on that baggage. So let's see what about this Judgment could be faced head on. Well, this card kind of wants to come out. Three of Swords. So something was said, done, not done, that was disappointing, hurtful, not what was expected. The bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Swords and the Six of Cups here. So it's kind of like, to me, it is again that concept of really trying to be helpful in some way, but maybe now afraid of doing anything or saying anything because how it was done, just really resulted in something that either was unintended or or will result in something that, there's going to be hurt feelings about. But with this High Priestess, this is what's at the heart of the situation. So with the High Priestess, it's about trusting your intuition. But if you're really not feeling that you can trust your intuition, it might be more about revealing things at the right time. So it could be that something needs to be revealed at the right time or wasn't revealed at the right time, or kind of this concept of trusting your intuition, especially with this moon here. It's also a card of emotions and intuition. So let's take a look at this here. Knight of Cups. Okay, so this is could be about telling someone how you feel, someone telling another person about how they feel, like wearing your heart on your sleeve, or someone feels like there was something that was shared that shouldn't have been shared. That kind of is ultimately what's going on here. It's hurt feelings, possibly this right here, Seven of Swords, some type of, and the Three of Swords, some type of situation or disclosure that wasn't appreciated or ready to be disclosed. Maybe with this Queen of Swords, it was somebody just said, hey, this is the way this person is feeling about a situation, or this is what this person's doing, and just really not thinking about the consequences or tapping into the emotional aspect of it. So here at the bottom of the deck, you've got the Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Three of Wands. This could do with like a family situation. It could be have to do with like maybe even someone getting a promotion or something. Something that should be good, and like somehow it was approached in a way that someone got hurt in the process, or feels like their feelings weren't paid attention to. So Taurus, here in terms of values and perspectives to reflect on, you've got the Chariot, and the Chariot is about kind of moving forward even though there's like opposing forces around you, and kind of just like, this is what's happening my way, or this is the way to do it, and kind of making things kind of go in a direction that you want it to go. So it could be in relation to this Queen of Swords, kind of like making a decision of like, this is how it's going to go. So let's see what we can reveal about this Chariot. Knight of Wands. So another like concept of moving, like something taking place, some kind of action, and this could be even as mundane as like someone borrowing someone's car and not telling someone about it. Like, hey, I borrowed my roommate's car to drive someone home, and I didn't ask, but I just needed to do it because someone was drinking too much, and like I didn't say anything about it, didn't like apologize for not, it could be something mundane like that, or it could be something in general about how it is that you go after what you want, or someone's going after what they want. This could be you, this could be someone else making the decisions, but ultimately, here at the bottom of the deck here, we have the High Priestess showing again with the Page of Cups. So with the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and like the Three of Swords, the Chariot, it could be like somebody revealed something to someone else. Like maybe someone revealed that you have a crush on someone, or someone went after someone else that you're interested in once you brought that to their attention, something along those lines. So let's see what's going on with this Nine of Swords here. Okay, we have here the Magician. So this is about control and willpower, but it's also a card of trickery. So Taurus, what it seems to kind of be saying here, like the potential action to take or the outcome, is really recognize, it's kind of like in combination with this Judgment card and Three of Swords, recognize what your contribution is, like what you have access to in terms of information, knowledge, what you have in terms of resources, and kind of recognize like, what is it that you can really contribute to this and make an impact on the situation? Are you responsible for it? Is it your fault? Is it not is it at this point no longer under your control? Because if that's the case, then, maybe talking to someone, a trusted individual, talking to maybe like a qualified counselor, someone to help you deal with these aspects of Three of Swords, Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords, and the Moon, and these emotions can really help you manage this month. So at the bottom here, we have Five of Cups, Eight of Wands. So it seems like, it may seem like you're surrounded by lack of information, lack of clarity that is really stressing you out, bringing you down, and really affecting how you are kind of moving towards other people, or moving away from other people. So Taurus, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close off with a couple of oracle cards. So I'm going to close off with a card from the Lover's Oracle and the Sign of the Times to provides some insight on either your love life or something you have been working towards. So here you have romance, Cupid's arrow strikes. That might be towards your love life. It could be this Knight of Cups High Priestess thing, this thing that's like hidden or will reveal itself in time. And here we have the traffic cone caution. So Taurus, it's kind of saying, hey, really there's not anything to fear, but just slow your roll. Look at what you can control. Like with this judgment, reflect on what you contributed, how you acted or reacted to a situation that you were presented with, and kind of assess things from that perspective. If this has to do with your view of someone else, then recognize you don't have all the information, and that all this kind of stress that you might be doing is something that you are creating based on not having all the right information, all the tools. But Venus retrograde, that kind of ends on September 3rd, and you might be able to work through this in time for that balance and diplomacy and grace to show up again with strong Venus energy in your life. So I hope this provides a helpful perspective of your month, and we'll see you next time. Take care.